So I've been starting to notice that I'm getting a little crazy during these times.
Going from having 4 jobs and a busy school schedule and dancing every single day to having like nothing.
And it was a big transition and I'm going a little bit insane, but I have tips so that you don't go insane. Today I'm going to be sharing those tips with you on some of the things that I've been doing to keep myself preoccupied, minimize my stress level, and just kind of stay mentally sound during this time. So this first one sucks, so we're just gonna get it out of the way. That is to do your schoolwork or work or whatever it is you need to be doing. Something I do is just block out times for me to dedicate to schoolwork. So usually I wake up in the morning, have kind of like a relaxed morning, do some schoolwork. I usually have an online class then, and then sometimes I'll do a little bit more schoolwork, but after that I kind of just do other stuff for the rest of the day. And that really helps me because if I have like the whole day to do schoolwork, I won't do it. And that's been happening quite a bit, so I'm trying to be a little bit more scheduled. Make yourself a nice little checklist for all of the things that you need to do. I find that this helps me a lot. Checking things off during the week really helps me stay in check, literally. Schoolwork sucks. Unfortunately, we have to do it. So take it as a way to obviously learn and also to distract yourself from all of the craziness that is going on. Sometimes you'll find yourself so invested in something you're like,
oh, I haven't thought about COVID-19 for like 20 minutes. Like, what?
Next thing I would recommend is learning something maybe that you are interested in doing that you haven't had the time to do before. So for me, that is studying for my personal trainer exam. Take this time to maybe like learn something that you were interested in. It doesn't have to be personal trainer exam, but basically, if you want, use this time to learn a new skill. A lot of the times I've found that I've been wanting to do these things for such a long time and I just like haven't had time within my busy schedule, and now I have time, so I kind of have like minimal excuses, and again, it kind of offers a good escape from the reality of things, and then you'll come out of it with a awesome new skill that you can utilize and maybe get paid for it in the future. Now in my favorite place, which is my kitchen, and that brings me to my next tip. You kind of have to get creative with some of the foods you have. You might not be able to grocery shop as much. I know I'm limiting my grocery store visits. So with that being said, sometimes I'm left with a weird mix of things and I kind of just have to work with it. But at the same time, I do eat a lot of the same foods. So I've been trying to get creative with my cooking. People find baking therapeutic. Personally, I find it stressful. That's why I like cooking, because you don't have to use like specific measurements a lot of the time. You can just add like a dash of this, a dash of that. But if baking is the thing for you, then like 100% do it. I forgot to mention this before, so it's now later, but another thing is to create recipes from your favorite restaurants. One of my favorite restaurants is called Vapiano in DC, so I'm creating one of their pastas, and yeah, that's just like another way you can get creative in the kitchen. I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Hopefully it's good. So for my next tip, I'm on my yoga mat. Very fitting because this tip is to get moving. Take movement breaks, especially if you are sitting for long periods of time or just like doing your schoolwork and online classes. I try to do this even when I'm not in quarantine, but especially now because you're not like really going anywhere, it's really easy to just get like stir crazy. I do want to reiterate something though, that I'm referring to movement here rather than like intentional exercise. If that is your goal and you're trying to keep up your fitness, that's totally fine. But I just want to like make clear that you do not have to be trying to do intense exercise during this time. That doesn't need to be your focus. This is a really good time to like give yourself a break, let your body recover from any injuries it might have, or just recover from like life. I'm gonna insert a clip of me doing some yoga poses I like to do to just kind of like stretch out if I've been sitting for a long time. It really just helps to clear your head. Thanks to YouTube and other apps, there are so many free workouts that you can follow. Some people that I really like to follow, I'll link them down below, are Chloe Ting, Pop Sugar Fitness, Mad Fit, There's definitely a lot more. I'll link all the ones I like down below. If you are into like lifting weights, you can put, obviously I'm not, you can put like cans of food in your backpack and use that as a mock dumbbell, things like that. So get creative, but overall goal is to just keep moving. Alright, so this next tip is going to be a little bit boring, but that's okay. Watch or read like mindless, enjoyable stuff, just to kind of get your mind away from all the craziness that's going on. For me, that's usually watching stuff. I don't really like reading. I am not gonna lie to you and give my book recommendations because I don't have any. So for me, yeah, that's watching YouTube videos or shows on Netflix. Some of my favorite YouTubers right now have been Christina Randall, Cut, Kids React, Elders React, Cam and Fam, Tasty, Emma Chamberlain, of course, OG, love her, Megan Emma McDonald. There's so many other ones. Again, I'll link them all down below, but those are some of the people that I've been watching recently. Also, shout out to my good friend Robyn Greenblatt, Rob Dogs Vlogs. Go follow her. She is actually the one that inspired me to make this YouTube channel, so I really appreciate her. Shout out to you, Robyn. I was watching like a video earlier, it was actually one of Christina Randall's videos, where she said that you want to be informed but not like overly informed. Obviously you want to have enough information so that you're staying safe, taking care of yourself, but at the same time you don't want to have like constant information overload, especially when there's a lot of fake news and other stuff coming out. Kind of a simple tip, but something that's been helping me a lot to just stay distracted, especially because I live alone.
And sometimes I just go crazy with the quiet.
So the next thing, very quick. Also, hello, I have like 50 stuffies and I'm 21 years old, but it's okay. Anyway, so my next thing is to find a hobby. This is like really lame, but honestly, this has helped me so much. My hobby is obviously YouTube, making videos. I'm actually editing this video right now. It's been making me really happy. It's just like makes me feel like productive, but it's something that's really enjoyable and not stressful. So that's kind of like the balance that is like good to find. So something that like makes you happy but doesn't like add more stress, because that's kind of like the last thing we need right now. If you want to learn how to cook, or if you want to learn how to be better at makeup, like now is the time. So stop waiting, just do it. The last tip I'm going to share is to stay in contact with people, whoever that may be. For me, that's mostly my family, and then also a bunch of friends, my grandparents, other family members, etc. And also take time to like check in on people, make sure everyone's doing okay. Even if you haven't reached out in a while, like I can almost guarantee you that checking in on people is always a nice thing to do and will be appreciated. I think this one's especially important if you live alone, because one can only be in isolation for so long. To just wrap this up, I just wanted to say that all of these things are things that I've been doing. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I don't know what I'm doing. But with all of that being said, I hope you're all doing okay, and that if nothing else, this just gave you a distraction for 9 minutes of your life. Don't forget to take care of your physical and mental health, and do what you personally need to do to stay safe and sane, whatever that may be. That is it for today. I hope you are all doing all right, and I'm excited to make another video. Okay, good night.